Our sales team are constantly looking at how can we add to your store. There's no point us going and saying, we can sell you this shoe and they've already got it. And we're just saying, use our one instead of theirs. I mean, if it's not going to add anything to their store, we don't think of our online as competition to our partners. We think of it as a supporting act, right? We integrate our online activities with what we're doing with our partners. What are some of the common things that we deal with day in day that we really just try and make easy?
Stock issues. If there's anything out of stock, we really train our customer service team and internally.
So what makes us different? I think that one of the key things is that we are by far the most...
Welcome to the Comfort Walk and Talk, where every step towards comfort is a step towards a healthier you.
We're your hosts,
Jeff,
Allanah,
and Ben.
Together, let's transform our lives from the ground up. Hello and welcome to our next episode of Comfort Walk and Talk by the Comfort Co. I'd like to welcome Ben.
Hello.
And Allanah.
Hello.
To this episode. And what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about what we provide, how we work with partners and what's special about us working with our partners. Right, so we're going to give you a bit of an insight into what it means to be a partner of Comfort Co. And the first thing that comes to mind, I'm going to start the conversation by we absolutely strive to be easy to deal with. I remember in previous roles I've had, one of the biggest desires of a partner to a brand or a supplier is I just want to be easy to deal with. Often they would say the price and other things are lower than just being easy to deal with. So we strive to be easy to deal with.
Yes.
And Lance, some of the ways that we try and be easy to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, for example, when we first started, you placed an order by giving us a call, sending us an email, and we would place your order, tell you something's out of stock and can create this bit of back and forth. We have an online ordering system now, which we're really proud of, and means that you can go on, you can check stock levels, check your invoices, and have a browse through our stock because all of our brands are comfortable and have comfort elements to it and may be a benefit to your store.
So do we still take orders by phone?
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll take orders any way we can. We have a great customer service team that are happy to take your call on any issue at any time or an email. So, it's really, really easy to deal with, like you said.
And what is our customer service team? Like one of the things about customer service is, I think, just getting back to people.
Yeah.
Getting back to people in a timely way. I mean, often everyone has issues, right?
Yeah, I mean, we try and train our customer service team in that you don't have a long queue of items to go through to get to someone. So you give us a call, you get onto someone, and we try and make sure that person can help you rather than having to filter through to different departments or different people, which can be a really annoying experience as a customer. So we try and make sure that our customer service team is so well trained and knowledgeable to help you with your order or your question at any time.
So with some of the common partner requirements, what are some of the common things that we deal with day in day that we really just try and make easy?
Stock issues.
Yeah.
So if there's anything out of stock, we really train our customer service team and internally to know what alternatives we have because we have such a wide range that we can provide different shoes that have the same sort of purpose. Yeah. So we try and be able to provide something for our partners at any time.
That's a danger of B2B, isn't it? Or,
yes.
Because they go there, they can't get the stock.
Yes.
So then...
Yeah,
we don't know what to do.
And give us a call. We love chatting to people and having a talk about stock and anything that they need. Yeah.
And that is one of the things with our company is that we do have lots of options. Even though we try and keep them tight, we have so many brands and sometimes there might be the same option in another brand and we would always try and present that to you as well.
Yes, that's right.
We also have our team of sales reps out there throughout our countries that we operate in, just to make sure that all of our partners are fully up to date on what's out, what's coming, what the customers are looking for, everything like that. So it's, that kind of ease of knowing, we've done the research as far as trends and technologies and things like that, but just getting that across to our partners in a way that's easier for them to make the right decisions for their customers.
It's an interest.
And on our sales team, I have to say we don't just sell product and leave you. So our sales team, they're out with our partners, they're doing training, providing staff shoes, point of sale. We have beautiful point of sale for all of our brands that can be shown in store, branding and everything like that to really encourage that customer and create brand recognition and encourage that customer to come to store, have really knowledgeable floor staff that know about our brands and are wearing our brands. So when we give this training to staff at our partners' stores, they love the brands, and it just encourages them to present them to customers on the floor.
Exactly. I think you make a good point about, there's a number of brands and companies that are actually reducing the sales team in the field. They may say we can do it all via B2B and all that. And it's largely in my mind because the sales team member has been largely an order taker, right? In our business, it's completely different. We don't actually consider them order takers. They're obviously out there to take orders and create new sales. But we want we provide systems where customers can be a little bit self-sufficient in placing their replenishment and their refill orders. The real benefit of our sales team is showing them the options. They're showing them the story, what they could present in their own store, what's actually going to help them create more revenue, because at the end of the day, there's no point us going and saying, we can sell you this shoe and they've already got it, and we're just saying, use our one instead of theirs. I mean, if it's not going to add anything to their store. So our sales team are constantly looking at how can we add to your store. There's a category you're not doing. There's an age bracket that you could provide. Maybe they're not doing arch support. Here's an arch support category that you can run. Yeah. So that's what they really are focused on. And then the training, as you say. So we're very proud of our sales team because that's what they focus on, as opposed to just simply being an order taker coming in and saying, how many pairs do you need to refill this colour? Really, at the end of the day, you can do that online.
Yeah. And we really encourage our sales team to be taking feedback on styles or anything about, our process or anything like that. And they have a direct line. Like we're having chats all the time with our sales team about how we can be better, how our products can be better. And that it creates change throughout our organisation based on feedback from our partners.
100%.
All the time.
Yeah.
100%. We very much, I would say one of working as a partner with us is that we're a company that actually takes your feedback.
Yes.
We actually we take your feedback about how our process is. Like if you tell us that we're not great, then we want to know why and how we can be better. They always say how you improve is better than is the real secret of the source. If you can improve and take a lesson from something and be better. Yeah. But also feedback and product. And I was with a customer earlier this week, and I got feedback about a particular product range that we have. They said, you know what, it's not deep enough, meaning it's not got enough room in the forefoot. That was interesting. I hadn't really heard that before. And the only place you hear that is through direct discussions with your partners. And our sales team are really there to do that.
Yeah.
Just that human touch that feels like it is kind of dissipating a bit, which is definitely a big kind of difference within our company there as well, is we don't have any of our, it's not a script. No. Where you get a lot of salespeople will go in with their script and be like, have to tick a lot of these boxes. They're less sales and more problem solvers.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's what can work for you within your business, because every business is different.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You talk to any of our team, across customer service, across operations, across sales, you can ask about one of our partners and everyone knows their pain points or what, they're doing with their ranging and things like that, because we have all of these discussions about how we can improve our partner experience and at the end of the day, our consumer experience in their stores. So
exactly. I mean, you think about our partners have the same challenges we have. We have our cost base. Our costs are going up, so we need to be helped in ways that they can increase their revenue. And the only way you increase your revenue is you're providing something extra to your customer, something extra value. Otherwise, that's really a goal for us is to help provide extra rather than just keep the status quo, because status quo today is not good enough.
Yeah,
people need to be growing, and
and we've had incredible stories over the years of stores that have put in, a little bit of our range, and then you see their numbers just grow and grow and grow because they say, oh, I didn't know that customer existed for us. Exactly. I didn't know that people were looking for that. And then we start selling and we start selling out. So we add more colours and we add more styles, and it ends up being 15% of 20% of their store is comfort, which they just would not have thought of before.
Exactly. So, new technology is another area that I think is pretty important. We talked about like the direct ordering, but even something more, technology of e-commerce.
Yes.
And as a company, the way that we think we are a bit special with our partners is we have a very active e-commerce focus. We have online business, we've got branded online, all that. But one of the things that we do is we focus very much on making sure that we integrate our online activities with what we're doing with our partners. I.e., we don't think of our online as competition to our partners. We think of it as a supporting act, all right? Very much. Yes, we sell online, as every brand does. But at the end of the day, what we envisage is where can we help the partner get some benefits. So some of the areas that we do that, Lana?
A store locator.
Yeah.
So we're in the process of redeveloping our website at the moment. Maybe by the time this podcast goes live, we'll be live, which will be really exciting. But we'll have a brand-specific store locator.
Yeah.
So you can go on to our Comfort Co website. You can be looking at Revere, for example. Where can I get it near me? And you can put in your postcode and you'll get all of our partners that are in your area. Give them a call, see whether they've got the stock, and then go in and have a fitting. Yeah. So we're really, really strong, and we do marketing direct to our store locators. We're always talking about it in our emails, on our socials and everything like that, because we believe that an in-store experience for comfort shoes is the best way to really get the right fit and shoe for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you're buying a pair of shoes online, you have a lot of people that are still quite hesitant to do that. Mm-hmm. Like, even though, we do have things like our return policy is second to none on our website and things like that. We do have things like the Size Right program where you're able to get a pretty accurate measurement of your foot to make sure that you make that right decision first time. But even still, you'll get a few people out there that wouldn't still want to go in and have that experience, feel how the shoe fits on their foot, everything.
Particularly in our industry.
Exactly.
It's a fitting and experience.
Yes.
Yeah. And which makes a huge difference. So we push our customers into store all the time, where we're constantly saying, even on this podcast here, is go in and get your Aetrex foot scan.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. First of all, it's pretty cool, but secondly, you'll have the best fitting pair of shoes that you'll ever have. Exactly. It's that again, hawking back on it is that human touch.
Exactly, and you bring a good point. Like we're opening up some retail stores, but only in areas where we don't have strong partnership, right? Mm-hmm. So we've got lots of parts of the country and in other countries as well. We have very strong partners who we just consider as part of our network. And so what we want to do is, if a customer wants a brand, and to your point, a lot of our customers want to go in there and try it on and have the experience. So they're not going to buy it online. They need to know where to go. Mm-hmm. And that's such an important point. So we actually sing out loud where to find our products and really do market our partner stores very strongly in that regard. Mm-hmm. So it's a very good point. And the other thing about our integrating with e-com is that customers can go online, or the store can go online to our site, and they can see other colours, because we know one of the challenges in a store is you can't stock too much. Yeah. Stock is like a significant investment. So they might go and buy a style and they might buy 2 colours. Yeah. But then there's another 4 colours. So again, we're quite comfortable if the stock's available that a customer they might try on the brown one, but they really want the green one. It's a silly example, but maybe it's there. Mm-hmm. And they really want the green one. And they see it's online, so they can order it in as a special order. We totally love that type of business.
Yeah, we have no minimums.
No minimums. It's a great part of our service. So again, you feel as though you almost feel as though you own the stock that's on our website, because you can get access to it.
And some of our partners that do really well do take advantage of the special orders.
Yeah.
So they do look at our website, make sure that we've got it, and then place a special order for their customer, either through our online ordering portal, which you'll have access to all the range, or by giving our customer service team a call or an email. I was working with one the other day where they've placed, 5-10% of their orders as special orders.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah.
So that's just a way for our retailers to, our partners there to show their customers that they care, that they're willing to go that extra mile for them. That's a really good way to get a lifetime customer.
It's amazing.
Really. If you've gone and place this order for them, it's not here, but we will work to get you the shoes that you want, that are going to feel great and look great and everything like that. Tell me that customer isn't coming back.
Yeah. No, exactly. It's so true.
Mm. And the other side of it is that we have so many brands and so many styles that often we are buying specifically for our partners. So our partners will put orders in, we'll put orders in for our stores, and then they put orders in. It's almost a little bit exclusive. Like it's a limited supply. Well, how limited supply product is a big trend. If something's limited, it'll sell out. So again, there's another advantage with partners where we say this is one and done. Order it, and there's going to be very little refill.
Yeah.
So it's a nice thing to be part of the exclusive club as well. And you mentioned earlier too about we're talking technology, and you mentioned the scanners in the stores, and that's something that we brought to the market 2 years ago, the 3D foot scanner. There is no real comfort, shoe shops that are doing foot scanning. A lot of sports shops, athletic shoe shops, but this is a significant opportunity to provide an experience in store. And we're working with partners now. We have several of these scanners in the market that provide that extra bit of experience, because if you're not providing an experience in store, that's when you are going to get taken on by the online business.
Yeah.
But when you're providing an experience, you're going to survive and you're going to prosper. And that's part of it. So
that is the new trend with retail, isn't it? They say that you have to provide something to encourage customers to come in and come back.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
There's definitely many ways you can do it, but the Atrex scanner is a really good way. And it also, you can start seeing trends among your customers and things like that, and encourages changes your buying decisions.
Exactly. And that's exclusive to our partners along with our stores. There is a bit of a cost of the scanner, and there's a monthly subscription, but it's well worth it if you use it. It helps you, again, and it's another way of selling an extra bit of, providing an extra service to your customers, because you can provide a really nice prescription or modifiable insole, the Atrex insole program, to them based on the scanner, which is, again, additional service to your customer.
Yeah. This one, the foot scanners really speak my language. That is something that I would absolutely do every time I go in the store. Like, what's that? Let's go check that out, because I'm off the flame with that sort of thing. And, that's the kind of thing with these experiences as well, is once I've gone ahead and got my foot scanned, chances are I'm buying something. That's that sunk cost, isn't it? Like, I've been here for 5 to 10 minutes now, and it's a good way for our partners to not only reel them in, but also hook them up onto the boat, isn't it? It's the hook, line, and sinker. So, which is huge. It's a massive game changer
and
for
it's
our partners.
Really, it's surprisingly quick. So a lot of the hesitancy towards something like a scanner is, this will take, 5 minutes, and, is it a waste of time? The scan takes 20 seconds.
Exactly.
And then you can flick through some details with the customer and really provide them a breadth of information and an email with their scan after that they can take home with them in a really quick period of time, and not interrupt the flow of retailing.
Yeah.
It's a convincer.
Yeah,
I won't say closer, it's a convincer. It convinces people, does the final convincing. So another part of being a partner to Comfort Co is our marketing.
Yeah.
And we have considerably invested in marketing over the last few years. And where we're focused is content, because content is just the language, particularly online. And a partner doesn't have the capacity, the resources to develop the content they need. But we share everything we do with our partners.
Yeah.
They can video, imagery. We do expensive photography shoots. We do lots of in-betweens. We do this podcast, and this creates lots of great little bits of reels and stuff. Ben, you might want to just touch on that. Some of the content we do.
We've been working really hard on getting that across, because it is a message that is important, but it just isn't told very well very often, is that how beneficial a good pair of comfort shoes can be. And that's, once you get that message across to your customer, they're not going back, as we've said it before. It's that I will never again wear a pair of shoes that doesn't have arch support in it. So you're preaching to the converted there, and that's having had a pretty integral part in the marketing team for a couple of years now. That's been my job, is to take that really important message that's going to really benefit someone's life and spread it. And the more that we can spread that message, so our partners, not only do you have access to this wealth of marketing information, this wealth of content, we actively encourage you to steal it. Just take what you like, maraud it, use it on your own channels. Tell it to bring people into your store, because at the end of the day, whether we're selling shoes or whether you're selling shoes, that's still a pair of shoes on a customer's foot that is going to be doing them doing them good,
Exactly.
which is the reason why we do what we do. So, yeah, if by all means, hit us up, we'll make you a pack.
No, it's look, you mentioned earlier about the story and being, and I think that's something we're really focused on is telling a story, creating a story. You know, what is comfort shoes? When I first started in this business, comfort shoes was code for orthopedic shoe, right? It was code for medical shoes, right? And what we tried to do is create a story that really, and then provide lots of assets to support that story. And so, you know, in simplistic way, we talk about comfort shoes as being built around our comfort, recipe of comfort, a recipe of comfort meaning arch, support, cushioning and fit. And then it talks about it, then we try and build stories around each brand that is younger, older, active, making it more just everyday and normal, you know. And that's a real, it was originally a bit of a challenge, and now it's such a great story that we're gaining a lot of new customers because of that. And we definitely want to share that with the stores, with our partners, to help them communicate that story to their consumer. Because as Allanah said, I've had so many people tell me, I didn't really realise I was looking for this or I had this customer until, you know, in a way we showed them the way.
And another thing as well, another benefit to across our whole customer base is our really strong alignment with podiatry.
Yeah.
So we have a large network of podiatrists that are seeing our products and getting catalogues and recommending our products, and the amount of referrals that happen, you know,
Exactly.
between podiatry and partner stores, or, you know, even backwards, is incredible. So to have that podiatry backing and brand and across all of our brands really provides brand awareness across customers that are leading people into stores.
I can say that's a really good point you make. We offer, podiatrists can get access to our product and they can prescribe it to their patient, right? But a lot of them will do that, but they also love to have a great shoe retailer next to them that presents the ranges that they love, and because they then say, go down and see the range and with you know, the shoe shop down the road, and they'll give you great service, and they know they can trust them that they've got the shoes that they love, that they think is right for them.
Yeah.
It's a great part of our story. Good point.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I've been at podiatry conferences a lot, and the question I get is, who sells them in my area?
Yeah.
You know, because selling shoes can be hard, you
Yeah.
know, with different sizings and things like that.
Yeah.
And podiatrists want to focus on podiatry.
And we go to all the shows.
All the shows.
We speak to thousands of podiatrists globally, and we explain the features and benefits of the product, and they go, tick.
Yeah.
That's the next step, is where do I send them to?
Yeah, and I would encourage you, if you're a shoe retailer in an area, have a look around you. Are there other shoe retailers doing comfort?
Yeah.
And then maybe you should do it. Talk to your local podiatrist in your area,
Exactly.
and then create those relationships, because that'll just lead customers to your door.
Have them come in and do a day in your store every month.
Yeah.
They'll love it. They'll talk to the customer. They'll maybe explain podiatry, and then they'll also help. There's so many opportunities. It's a really great point. in terms-
So just on that point as well, it's because we have been working with podiatrists from the start. We've been working with healthcare professionals. It's deeply ingrained into our DNA, and now we will not sell a product if it doesn't reach those specifications that those podiatrists want.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you partner with us, you are only going to get the best of the best. You're not going to get any rubbish throughout any of our range. It's been thoroughly thought out from the jump, and that's why podiatrists love us, is because we work with podiatrists and it's in our DNA.
Something that would be, you imagine if you're selling something that you know would be prescribed by a podiatrist, a foot health professional, you're onto a winner, you know, which is really pretty amazing point.
Helps that they're sexy as well, right? You got some nice shoes
That's
in
been
there.
the big drive, though, in the last 10 years, is to take shoes that are sort of the prettiest ugly shoe on the shelf to, you know,
Actually,
a really just a
shoe.
normal,
Yeah.
lovely, beautiful, or stylish shoe. Another related to marketing, and it's something our partners can experience, is that we aren't short of point of sale.
Yes.
We have lots of things, stands, risers, banners, posters. We create custom posters. It's really about what you need. We've never said no to a request, and we're very open to providing point of sale in store, which is a great asset as well, because sometimes you're very constrained by how you can present the brands in your store, and we're never short of that.
No, that's right. Yeah.
Working in marketing as well, that's something that would set us apart, is we are open for those collaborations.
Yeah.
Tell us what you need and we'll do it. That's it. You're like, never short of ideas. But if there's something that if a store comes to us and be like, you know what, we could really use this and this and this, be like, hey, maybe our other partners could use that as well. And we can work around at what we're doing up there to suit you specifically. So
Yeah.
It's two-way, because we'd love experiential things from the stores that we can then use as reels and examples on our own Instagram
Yeah.
feeds.
Yeah.
Again, we reference the store back, and it's a two-way marketing. You
Yeah.
tell us what's going on in the store, and we'll market it through our Instagram.
We're not against collab posts, and I don't know if that's where you were going, Ben, but we would love collaboration posts or however that works.
Absolutely. If you want to amplify your content and give it that stamp of authority from international brands and things like that, let us know.
Yeah.
Hit that little add collaborator button on Instagram, and chances are we'll be more than happy to put it up.
Yeah.
We have a large team, dedicated team in social media. That, they've got a calendar, they've got a post regime by each brand, but we also are looking for lots and lots of just what we call organic, real life examples.
Because that's a big part of our story is the real life difference that these shoes make on people. So if we can have those feet on the ground, for lack of a better term there, but it's for people out there that are really doing it in your shoe stores, then that's, it's we can say it all we like, but again, we're the conglomerate. Why would you trust us? If there's people out there that are seeing these benefits, we want to hear about it. Because there are, especially in brands such as like your Reveres and your Scholes and things like that make a huge difference in people's lives. And if we can tell people and change some lives in the process while selling some shoes, win-win, perfect.
So again, just touching back on a point we made earlier about partnering with us is that of store training or staff training. And I mean, what would you expect from us in terms of staff training? And I'll give you a couple of examples and throw it open. But, we obviously, our team go in there and they know that often they've worked in stores. A lot of our team have worked in retail. Mm-hmm. They know how to position a brand or a style to the customer. So that's first thing you expect from our team is them actually helping you sell the product, right? Mm-hmm. They should be able to come in there and spend a day in the store and actually, do a bit of on floor training. So that's one big example. But then things that are difficult or sometimes difficult because they're not part of your main business is, what orthotic to use or insole to use for different situations. And our team can train you on that.
Yeah.
Right? Have you got any other?
Yeah, I mean, and that we also have compression socks, which is a really great added benefit to some of our partners is they don't have necessarily a sock range. And
new revenue.
It's new revenue, and our staff can provide great training on it, and the packaging is very self-explanatory as well. So there's plantar fasciitis socks, there's bunion socks, there's just general wellness socks that can be provided that provides an extra revenue and extra benefit to your customers as well. So there's lots of specific training that our staff
Tell you what, the first time I saw those socks and I was skeptical. How are a pair of socks going to do everything they say on the packet? And you put on these socks and wow.
No, they're very good.
Yeah, we've had examples of some of our partners increasing, just incremental revenue for their business, increasing their revenue by a lot with these.
We'll throw a number out there. If you're selling a couple of pairs of socks or that to half your customer base because they come in requiring with plantar fasciitis and they're buying part of their shoes, you can imagine that's 10% growth in your revenue.
Yeah.
It's a massive number.
Yeah.
So, that's a big example. And also our sales team, if they're coming in with a new range, I'd be very surprised if they don't come in there with a recommended range that's going to suit your store. The last thing I want our sales team coming, here's our catalogue, you tell me what you want, and then they come back and get the order. That's not what they're about. They should be coming in, and they do. They come in there and say, these are the shoes that are going to make you money in your store.
Absolutely.
So, again, it's that knowledge. So, there's so much in that training. When they do the shoe training, they come in there, they'll probably bring a pizza and some soft drinks or whatever into the store.
Free pizza and soft drink, guys. How good.
They'll talk about, the features and benefits of the shoes.
Yeah.
So lots of opportunities.
And also sales process as well. If there's anything needed there, like Jeff said, they're retailers as well. Yeah. So they know to all the options that you can bring out.
So the process to become a partner is quite simple. You know, you contact us, and we'll get the sales team member probably first instance to have a chat with you and find out your needs and what your store's like, or your what you're trying to achieve, and then they'll make the best recommendation from our wide set of offerings. The last thing we want to do is send you 1,000 catalogues and you choose, because it's not going to be very easy for you. As soon as that happens and they've had a discussion with you about what makes sense, literally a one-page form, right? Or a customer form, general name and contact details and all that, with a simple term sheet at the back. We're not complicated. That gets sent to the office, accounts opened up pretty quickly. We don't go through a massive set of bureaucracy, if you like, and your account's set up. And then, you know, from then, basically the sales rep would be in touch to make sure that you have got the right style or right products that you need, and the ordering process is underway. And sometimes your sales rep could be a head office based person, because they might be able to deal with your needs over a Zoom conference or a phone call and get the process running. But I would just underline, very simple. The key thing is to understand exactly what your needs are, and then we get you going pretty quickly, and you can order on our portal next day.
The onboarding process is as comfortable as the shoes.
Easy to deal with. So what makes us different? I think that one of the key things, really, that the most important thing in my mind is that we are by far the most comprehensive one-stop shop for comfort, footwear and some accessories in the market today, that partners can access across like 10 brands. They can access different age brackets, different activities in the comfort footwear category, and they can provide a nice story to their customers based solely around us. They could literally put a range from us in their shop, and if they're not doing strong business in this category, they could add 10-20% to their revenue with this. So that would be our best and most strongest reason to give us a call.
Yeah. Having a shoe for every foot means you have a shoe for every customer.
Yeah, and it reduces your amount of suppliers as well, which is also handy sometimes.
Exactly. So it's been a great discussion. I really am passionate. As you can see, we're all passionate about what we offer. We've got a mission in life, which is to provide a great comfort experience built around our recipe of comfort, but we can't do it ourselves. We need to work with partners, and we're very much dedicated to that globally. So anyone who has got any interest in having a chat with us, one of our sales team or us in the office, please don't hesitate to contact us we've got our contact us on our website, also our social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook.
And LinkedIn.
LinkedIn's a great place, the Comfort Co LinkedIn site. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us on the Comfort Walk and Talk by the Comfort Co. If you like this episode and you got something out of it, we would love your support with a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Don't forget to subscribe on your favourite channels and never miss a step on your journey to comfort.
Please follow us for more insights and updates on the Comfort Co social media channels. Until the next episode, see you later.